Hi and welcome to MUNIS time entry training for salaried employees. We will learn how to report overtime, request time off, and do other types of time entry. But let's log in first. Click on the login button in the top right corner of the screen. It will ask for a username and password. Your username will be your employee ID, and your password will be the last 4 digits of your social. When you're ready, click on Login. Now we need to change our password. So our current password is the last 4 digits of your social. The new password should be at least 8 characters long, with 1 uppercase and 1 number at least. Don't forget to enter a new password hint. This is something that will remind you of the password. In case you forget it, we will send it to you in the email. And click on Change. When you see that message that your password has been successfully changed, click on Continue. And in the top right corner, you will be able to see your name. Click on Employee Self-Service, and it will take you to the main screen. This is a summary of everything that MUNIS has, but we will go straight to time entry. Click on time entry, and if you're a supervisor, click on enter time. If not, you should be able to see this time card right when you click on time entry. This time card is for 1 week, but you can navigate between weeks by clicking on prior week or next week, or months by clicking on months. And you can go as far back as in this time card as you want to, and as far forward as you want. Also, if you scroll down in this time card, you will see a long list of all of your exceptions. Everything you are eligible for, you will be able to see here. We will talk about base pay first. Now, if you are not charging out to any projects or accounts, you will not need to enter anything in the first line that says base pay. If you are charging to projects, this is where you're going to be doing this. So let's say on Thursday, we want to say that 5 hours we worked on a project. From the drop down that says project ledger account, we choose the account that the project that applies to you. And we click on add line item. Now let's say if on that same day we worked another 3 hours on a different project, we can go ahead and enter this hours here in the drop down. 3 hours. From the drop down we choose another project. And again we click on add line item. Now we see a summary of this time up here in the top square, and the breakdown of those hours here in this drop down. Again, you will only need to enter anything in this first line, base pay, if you are charging to projects. If you don't do that, leave it blank. It will go to your general account. Okay, so now let's talk about overtime. So let's say that on that same day, I overtimed 2 hours. So I click on the type of overtime that we choose, and we're again going to be working in this drop down. So we're going to be entering our hours here. Let's say 2 hours. If we overtimed on the project, we select the project. If not, we leave it blank. And then we have to choose the reason. Only for overtime, we are required to enter a reasoning code. After we choose the reasoning code from the drop-down, we click on Add Line Item. Now let's talk about time off. As I said, if you scroll down in your time card, you will see a long list of all your exceptions. For each day in each type of leave, you will see the exact amount of hours you have available. The system will calculate for you. You don't need to do any calculations on your own, which is really convenient. So let's say on Friday, I want to take a day of family care leave. Click on that type of leave, and in the top square, I enter the number of hours that I worked during the day. For me, it's 8 hours, not including lunch. Everything else we can leave blank, and we can click out. That's it. That same process will apply to every other type of leave. Remember that if you're trying to take more hours than you have available in a specific type of leave, the system will error you out. Now, if we're done working in the time card, we have a few options. We can either save for later or submit. If we click on Save it for later, we can come back and work on it again. Maybe make some changes before submitting it. Every time that we click on Submit, it sends an email to our supervisor. So probably if you're keying in your hours every single day, would be a better idea to save it and then submit in a bunch. So let's go ahead and submit. When our time is submitted, you will see a notification here that says your time has been submitted, and you will see a gray circle next to the hours that you entered. That means that time was submitted but not yet approved. You will see a green check mark like this one next to your hours when your time was approved by supervisor. If your supervisor rejected your hours, you will receive an email notification. Don't forget to always log out when you finish working. Click on your name and select the option Log Out. Thank you.